What I think about it is it's sort of unassuming, unflashy, but wonderful. You know, that's kind of how I feel about it. It's a nice little piano. It's such a fun piano to play. It's just less. And sometimes, you know, less is good, right? I bought this piano when we were living in Berlin. It was in the apartment. It was in the apartment for years. And, you know, I'd play on it, the kids would play on it, and I used it really as my writing instrument. And I guess one of the things that's cool about it is it had this practice mute, this felt mute. For people who have kids, one of the big issues is how do you play the piano at night when the kids are sleeping? So the practice mute's fantastic. And in a way, I feel like part of the genesis of Sleep was actually the circumstances of me coming up with the original sketches, which I made while the kids were sleeping. So the piano has this beautiful soft tone. But yeah, so this piano and I, we've been friends for really quite a while, and it's just, you know, we have it in the house now mostly, and it's just a great pleasure to just have it around. So yes, here is the I guess digital incarnation of that little kawaii. Because it doesn't sort of shout at you, it kind of doesn't get in the way of your thinking process, if that makes any sense. I was saying before about the kawaii, I used the word humble. In a way it is, it's kind of unobtrusive, unflashy, but you really want to hear those sounds. There's something about it that sort of draws you in. And I think one of the things I love about it is it's surprisingly open as you go more into the sort of treble range. Because in a way, you kind of expect it to be just maybe dull, but it isn't really dull. It's quite lively up here. And the sustain is fantastic. The sustain is really, it's just very beautiful. So obviously it has its origins in that Sleep material, and it's amazing at playing that, I have to say. Up to now, we've been hearing mix 1, which is close mics, very close mics. There's another set of close mics which are slightly have a different character. They're not quite so fat sounding, I think. A bit more open, a bit further out, but in a sense maybe more true. But maybe truth isn't everything. So there's more detail in there, the image is wider. So even more open at the top, which is nice. Sustain is just amazing. It's a small piano, but it just goes on. It's fantastic. And then there's a set of room mics. In a way, I mean, so this is recorded in in my studio here. They sound sort of, inverted commas, classical maybe. It's more of a sort of distant perspective. I think of those a little bit as kind of reverbs in a way. I mean, there are reverbs, but there's also this nice room sound. It is kind of a low information piano, so when you're thinking about it in terms of applications, it's something that sits behind other things or underneath them. So, for example, in a scoring scenario, where you've got dialogue happening, for example, something like that. I mean, there's a darkness about it, for sure. But it is, it's a warm darkness, should we say. It's got a kind of emotional directness, but it is warm, I think. And it's, yeah, like I say, you know, it's this is like a faithful recreation of that old friend I was playing earlier. So I love it. I really love it.